Thanks so much for joining the Charles Rich team as we give you a sneak peek of our Fall 21 Kids titles. We have a wide range of topics this season, from a fascinating update on black holes to the celebration of Diwali. We have a mix of new favorites from classic series to add to your collection, like Lola Reads, the Jitters series, and even Chicken Soup for the Soul. Happy watching!
Some may recognize Chicken Soup for the Soul from their childhoods. I know I remember sharing the books with my friends in middle school. This fall, we're introducing a new chapter of the beloved books specifically for kids. Jamie White's opening text captures the heart of the original series. At 123 Sunshine Street, everyone is welcome and there's a story behind each door. Lori and Tu's illustrations are vibrant and energetic, just like the Sunshine Squad themselves. The first book in the series introduces the Sunshine Squad. 5 friends have courage, capes, and even a secret clubhouse. Each friend has their own super talent and learns lessons along the way. Oliver is a genius at drawing comics. Mia is a star athlete. Lily creates amazing inventions. Lucas is a master of practical jokes. Sophie is an animal expert. And Tommy, well, he's still figuring out what his strength is. Maybe he doesn't belong in the Sunshine Squad at all. But throughout the day, Tommy helps his 123 Sunshine Street neighbors in different ways with the help of the rest of the Sunshine Squad. Liam discovers that caring about people can be a superpower. In the second picture book, Sophie and the Tiny Dog Napping, Sophie learns about telling the truth and doing the right thing. Sophie loves to play with Mia's dollhouse, and most of all, she loves the tiny dog named Emma who lives in the dollhouse. Nobody will know if Sophie keeps it, so she tucks Emma into her pocket. After worrying and asking for advice from the Sunshine Squad, Sophie decides to do the right thing and learns that telling the truth feels good, even better than getting a new toy. Chicken Soup for the Soul Kids combines sweet stories and humorous lessons to help kids put their best foot forward. These cheerful picture books are perfect for social emotional learning. Perfect for ages 4 through 7, each book has a lesson great for parents and caregivers looking for books to help kids be empathetic and invest in the world around them. At the end of each story, cheerful and easy to understand back matter gives kids the opportunity to think more deeply about each lesson and gives them activities that they can take back to their own community.
Many will recognize Chicken Soup for the Soul from their own childhoods, with happy memories of sharing classic stories with friends and family. We're so excited to partner with the brand to bring you Chicken Soup for the Soul, Babies, with soft illustrations of sweet and fuzzy animals, plus important lessons distilled in simple stories. This reimagined series is perfect to share with the littlest learners as they start to navigate the world around them. First up, and everyone says please except Cat, little Cat forgets his manners and demands cheese from Mama, but he's missing the magic word. After an outrageous meltdown, he sees Mouse receive cheese after asking politely and remembers to ask for what he wants using his best manners. Next, and everyone shares except Cat, all the animals at the playground like to share, just like the characters in their favorite book. All except Cat, that is. Why won't Cat share the seesaw? Maybe he can be convinced to give it a try? Maybe sharing can be even more fun than being top dog or top cat. Chicken Soup for the Soul, Babies combines sweet stories with humorous lessons to bring out the best behavior in youngest listeners. Emotional intelligence is so important for kids to hone how they express their emotions and understand others. And this series is a great way to get started on social emotional learning at a young age, whether it's before bed or during story time. Each board book contains helpful back matter for caregivers to continue practicing manners and sharing even after they finish the book. These board books are perfect to read with ages 0 to 3.
Hi everyone. I'm excited to share the newest book in our Baby Loves Science holiday series. Our curious babies have explored physics in Baby Loves Angular Momentum on Hanukkah and electricity in Baby Loves Electrical Engineering on Christmas. Now this adorable baby is getting ready for Chinese New Year. Family and friends are coming to visit, so baby helps clean the house, she decorates, and she chooses a special new outfit. Then she waits as the moon cycles through its phases. The Lunar New Year always begins on the new moon. Finally, it's time to celebrate with a parade, fireworks, and lucky red envelopes. Not all baby's friends celebrate Chinese New Year, but they can all dance like dragons.
Hi, I'm Karen Boss, and I'm an editor at Charlesbridge. In 2018, Tracy Sorrell's first book, We Are Grateful, Ojali Haliga, about the Cherokee value of celebrating gratitude all year long, came out from Charlesbridge. It's illustrated by children's literature veteran Franny Lassac, and it's now on its 6th printing and won 4 awards, including an American Indian Youth Literature Honor, a Cybert Honor, a Boston Globe Hornbook Honor, and an Orbis Pictus Honor. Tracy has since gone on to publish several other books. She has even more coming in the future, and she's a strong supporter of other Native voices in children's literature. I'm so glad to tell you that We Are Grateful, Ojali Haliga is coming out as a board book. Tracy and I worked together to pare down the already sparse text a bit more to make it ideal for the littlest listeners. At 28 pages, it's a nice chunky board book, and at 6.5 by 7 inches, it's the perfect size for little hands. The lyrical cadence of the story and the bright artwork takes readers through the seasons, and it works perfectly for lap reads. This is a great new baby gift, and it's on sale September 7th, right as the Cherokee Nation celebrates 2021's Cherokee National Holiday.
Global Baby Playtime is the newest in our much-loved, best-selling Global Baby series. In Global Baby Playtime, the littlest readers are introduced to all the different ways babies play around the world. Each photo illustrated page shows a different baby at play. Watch baby clap, wave, build with blocks, shake a rattle. All forms of play help babies learn and experience the world around them. So Global Baby Playtime is a celebration of all the ways baby can learn. The Global Baby series, now with fresh new covers, is one of my favorites on the Charlesbridge list. It's well known that young children like to look at faces of other children, and the sweet, joyful photos throughout this series creates a true feeling of connection between the reader and the subject. Each book introduces babies from around the world, smiling, laughing, dozing off, eating, and playing. Plus, part of the proceeds for all Global Baby books goes to the Global Fund for Children to support innovative, community-based organizations that serve the world's most vulnerable children and youth. So what's not to love? With its celebration of play, diversity, and education at the earliest stage, Global Baby Playtimes is the perfect addition to the Global Babies series.
Babies Opposites is a simple rhyming story and perfect for little learners discovering the world. Opposites are a cornerstone concept for babies' development, and this picture book includes classic and surprising examples of opposites. Laugh, cry, hi, bye. Nancy Rain Day's effortless text carries baby through the ups and downs of an eventful day with her family. Rebecca Evans' sweet illustrations highlight the family's love for one another in the seemingly small or routine moments of the day. Humorous illustrations energize the text in this spread. Off, on, here, gone, and I just love the way that the little dog is always in the middle of the action.
In Lola Sleeps Over, the newest installment in the best-selling Lola Read series, Lola tackles a new first, her first sleepover. Lola has visited her cousin Hani before, but this time she's going to have her very first sleepover. She packs her bag with lots of outfits to choose from, and her stuffed animal Dinah and doll Mary, of course. Lola's daddy brings her to Hani's house, and they say goodbye. Lola's day is full of adventures with Hani, from painting and playing to dancing and dress up. She tries new foods and even watches a movie in Hani's cozy bed. When it's time to sleep, Auntie Zari tells stories and shows pictures of when she and Lola's daddy were growing up. In the morning, Lola's daddy picks her up after the best sleepover ever. She can't wait for next time. I love the way that Lola Sleeps Over introduces a potentially anxiety-inducing experience with fun and love. The friendship between Lola and Hani is sweet, and the tiny details in the illustrations, like trading pajamas or sharing bracelets, really highlight their connection. It is the perfect book to prepare little ones for their very own first sleepover.
Circle Round is the latest from I'm New Here and Someone New author Anne Sibley O'Brien, advocating for inclusion with kind words and soft art, a theme that, at least to my mind, should be integral in all children's books. Perfect for pre-readers ages 3 to 6, count along as one ball bounces, two wheels roll, 3 hula hoops spin, and a growing group of kids welcome others to join their fun as their circle expands and new friends of different abilities, ages, genders, and races join together at the park. Focused on emotional and social learning, Annie O'Brien's sparse text and Hannah Cha's warm art feels both timely and timeless, offering up a perfect read aloud and engaging resource for discussing inclusion in school and at home in a positive and non-didactic way. Annie herself is particularly well positioned to write about these topics, as she's the founder of I'm Your Neighbor, an organization that promotes children's literature featuring new arrival cultures, as well as the co-founder of the Bates College Diverse Book Finder Project. Circle Round demonstrates universal acceptance, teaching kids and reminding their grown-ups just how easy it is to expand your group, extend yourself, and welcome new friends.
I'm so pleased to tell you about Archie Celebrates Diwali by Mitali Banerjee Ruths, illustrated by Parwinder Singh. This year, Archana, who everyone calls Archie, decided to invite some school friends to her family's Diwali party. But what if they don't like her favorite holiday? Will they enjoy Dida's singing? Will Poppy Uncle tell too many silly jokes? Right as the guests start to arrive, a storm begins, and the rain means that Archie and her friends will be stuck inside. And then the power goes out. How can you celebrate the Festival of Lights with no electricity? Archie and her friends find out in this warm and wonderful story. Diwali is honored throughout India and around the world, with more and more people celebrating in the US each year. Information about the origins of the holiday is included in the main story when Archie tells her friends. I hope you enjoy this book, which is a celebration of Diwali, as well as family, friendship, and being yourself.
Invasion of the Unicorns by David Bedricki follows Special Agent 007, a spy from another planet where all of its inhabitants are, you guessed it, unicorns. His mission is to infiltrate an Earthling family and follow their daily routines to see if this is a suitable planet for a cute, fuzzy, hostile takeover. Through his missives to the fearless leader on his homeworld, this adorable special agent details his time on Earth, from his horrendous trip through the washing machine to the great adventure that is show and tell at school. Not to mention, the family dog seems to be onto his plot to take over the world. Although, on the way through tea parties, snow days, and warm hugs, this special agent is starting to think maybe Earthlings have a lot more to offer than their humble servitude. This book contains gorgeous black and white illustrations with pops of pastel colors in an action-packed comic book style that will keep you turning the page to see what kind of trouble Special Agent 007 will get into next. David Bedricki is a master storyteller, and fans of Sumo Kitty and the Breaking News series will love the blend of silly hijinks and heartfelt humor that he's known for. Perennial themes of found family, making friends, and trying new things will keep you coming back to this super cute and super secret read, perfect for ages 4 through 8.
Ralph Maciel's Unicorn Drawing Book. Ralph Maciel's Unicorn Drawing Book is an all-encompassing guide to everything unicorn and unicorn related. Step-by-step instructions shows young artists how to create these mythical creatures by following simple directions in red. Soon enough, your pencil will be unlocking not only unicorns, but wait for it, unikitties, unipiggies, and much, much more. What I like most about this how-to draw book is that it can cover a wide range of skill levels. While the overall instruction looks intricate and will satisfy a much more experienced young artist, it's also straightforward enough for beginners and reluctant ones once they actually sit down and give it a shot. The result is that it will instill quick confidence, and the next thing you know, the budding illustrator is going to be off and flying. And if you enjoyed the Unicorn Drawing Book, Ralph has a series of these drawing books, including other fantastical topics on fairies and dragons, but also other fun ones too, like bugs, robots, and dinosaurs. So with Ralph's help, there won't be anything that you can't draw.
In the newest addition to our best-selling Jitter series, Valentines Day Jitters, our favorite teacher, Sarah Jane Hartwell, is determined to plan the perfect Valentine's Day party to show her students how much she cares. However, as often happens in elementary school, nothing goes quite according to plan. From Pin the Smile on the Teacher to crafts with glitter, glue, ribbons, and lace, the class quickly devolves into a special kind of kid-centered chaos. The classroom is a mess, the crafts are falling apart, and the cake is destroyed. Despite Mrs. Hartwell's perception that the event is a train wreck, the students have a great time and show her that not only do they already know that she cares, but they care a lot about her as well. Teaming up, they clean the classroom, fix the cake, and show Mrs. Hartwell how they feel with a huge Valentine just for her. The story perfectly captures the heart of the holiday, and the illustrations elevate this sweet book to laugh out loud status. I love how this book captures the anticipation and, admittedly, the stress of celebrating a special day in a classroom setting. Mrs. Hartwell puts so much pressure on herself to make everything just right that she doesn't realize that her students are just excited to be there and want her to be having fun with them. It's a heartwarming reminder for teachers that their students care as much as they do, and a peek into Teacherland for students to see how much effort their teachers put into these special days. The chaos is real and true, and the result is hilarious and heartwarming.
What's in Your Pocket by Heather Montgomery, illustrated by Maribel Lechuga. Seeds and eggs, worms and shells, lucky rocks and lizards. This book is for youngsters who cannot resist the wide world of outdoor treasures. Each spread introduces a kid who stuffed their pockets with special finds and then reveals how they grew up to make incredible scientific discoveries. I love that Heather Montgomery introduces a wide range of scientists from many times and places. We see Mary Anning collecting fossils and Charles Darwin picking up beetles. We also see Diego Cisneros Heredia giving his mother a lizard, and Maria Sibylla Marian painting her caterpillar collection. I'm also thrilled that we get to work with Maribel Lechuga again on this book. Her wonderful art absolutely glows with light and texture. These vividly detailed illustrations really bring home the wonder of everyday things. Back matter gives more information about each scientist, rules for collecting specimens safely and respectfully, further reading, and a note from the illustrator. This is a perfect book to fit into science, nature, and history curricula, and a great jumping-off point for backyard science programs.
Where Do Creatures Sleep at Night by Stephen J. Simmons, illustrated by Ruth E. Harper. Have you ever wondered where all the animals outside your window go at night when it's time for bed? Does a frog ever get any shut-eye? Do horses lie down to rest like you and me? Each set of pages shows what busy animals do during the day, and then how they settle in for night when they get sleepy. You'll learn real facts about animals and how they sleep, but in short, rhyming lines that are really calming when you read them out loud. The illustrations of animals and kids move from the bright colors of the day to the soothing blues and purples of night, so that by the end of the book, everybody will be ready to say good night and sleep tight.
The creative dream team of Jane Yolen and Wendell Miner first started thinking about doing this book way back in 2004. I'm thrilled that Charles Bridge is the publisher of this historically inspired picture book, The Leather Apron Club, Benjamin Franklin, his son Billy, and America's first circulating library. When we meet Billy, he's a rambunctious young boy who with no interest in schooling or books. He just wants to be out in the city of Philadelphia with his cousin James, not home studying. So when Billy's father, Benjamin Franklin, announces that Billy and his lazy cousin will soon have a tutor, Billy is dismayed. But then something wonderful happens. Billy's tutor awakens him to the power of story and books. Billy is especially taken with the story of Odysseus and comes to love the way that reading opens up a world of adventure and excitement. When Billy at last accompanies his father to the Leather Apron Club, which Franklin started in 1727 and which became the nation's first circulating library in 1731, Billy decides to do more with his education in life. The Leather Apron Club, which was also called the Junto Club, exists to this day as the Library Company of Philadelphia. The story cleverly incorporates famous sayings from Ben Franklin's Poor Richard's Almanac, underscoring the lasting impact of words and language. So I love how the book sheds a light on little-known history. To my knowledge, this is the first children's book about Billy Franklin, and many people are unaware of the Leather Apron Club itself. The book has really great information in the back, providing a biographical note about Billy Franklin, a history of the Leather Apron Club, a note about Poor Richard's Almanac, a note about Ben Franklin, who was an owner of enslaved people who later became an abolitionist. There's also bibliography and an author's note.
The book also makes use of unusual capitalizations, mimicking how capital letters were used in colonial times. I think this is a really cool device that gives the book a historic flavor. For me, though, what I like the most is the overall look and feel of the art and design, from the beautiful typography on the cover, to the faux parchment paper under the text, to the elegant watercolor illustrations and the attractive back matter. It all underscores a message that Billy would love. Books matter, and reading can change lives.
Consider this a friendly PSA on a Charles Bridge staple. A black hole is not a hole, is getting an update. So, a black hole isn't really a hole, is it? Well, get ready to stretch your mind with this go-to middle grade text, now with updated facts and images based on recent scientific discoveries. Acclaimed STEM writer Carolyn D. Cristofano explains what exactly are black holes, what causes them, and how the heck did scientists discover them in the first place? Her playful text walks us non-astrophysicists through the basics, introduces us to our nearest black hole neighbors, and provides an excellent introduction to an extremely complex scientific topic. Gorgeous space paintings supplement real telescopic images, and funny doodles and speech bubbles keep the content light and fun, allowing readers to dip in and out of chapters or read cover to cover. Our revised edition now includes a new 10-page chapter about the first ever images of a black hole, and has been vetted by members of the Event Horizon Telescope team that released the image in 2019. With 4-star reviews to its credit, SLJ claims black hole, quote, takes readers from simple to complex by dropping definitions and information slowly and clearly into its lively narrative. And Booklist asserts that it is, quote, written with rare verve, snatching readers from their orbits and flinging them into a lasting fascination with nature's most attractive phenomena. I personally couldn't agree more with Kirkus when it affirms that, quote, stargazers will be entranced, and even those not especially attuned to matter celestial will come away feeling smarter, awestruck, and with a sense of finally understanding this fascinating otherworldly phenomenon.
Worst Case Colin by Rebecca Caprara. Ever since he lost his mother in a car crash, Colin has been ready for everything to go wrong. He spends his time researching and making disaster plans for everything from avalanches to halitosis. Too bad there's no guidebook on what to do when your dad starts hoarding. Colin is determined to hide his increasingly messy home life from his friends, but with crushes, bullies, and every other middle school problem piling up around him, Colin can't keep his dad's struggles a secret forever. Rebecca Caprara blends free verse and concrete poems with funny and poignant excerpts from Colin's disaster notebook. Colin and his friends are messy. They make mistakes, play pranks, keep secrets, and struggle to ask for help. They live in a complicated world where danger and support come from unexpected places. This heartfelt novel in verse fearlessly explores the complicated worlds of grief, mental illness, friendship, and growing up.
New from Charles Bridge Teen, Beyond the Blue Border is a book that shows how far two friends are willing to go to live free. The book is set in Germany in 1989 at the close of the Cold War, when the Berlin Wall still divided the country. Best friends Hannah and Andreas will do anything to leave oppressive East Germany behind. But there's only one escape route open to them, a 25-hour swim across the unforgiving waters of the Baltic Sea. Can they survive it? This is historical fiction that explores political strife and survival at a time still very much in living memory for its author. Writer Dorrit Linke grew up in the former German Democratic Republic, and Beyond the Blue Border is translated from her original German by Elizabeth Laufer, in writing that really moves, both dramatically and emotionally. This is definitely one for every YA reader who's a fan of survival stories or historical fiction, especially historical fiction focused on Cold War history.